Hello guys, this is Dr. Fix. I'm making some test drive here on Toyota Camry 2015 model. I fixed a lot of work for this very man here. I think this car belongs to Smokebox company. If you like shisha and most of those beautiful smoke thing and related to shisha, port and all that, you should, I think Smokebox got your back. So here on this 2015, what I'm trying to diagnose here is tire pressure sensor. We have the other side, which is a wiper, washer. Then you have a check engine management light. So then also, apart from that, as you can see, the car is moving. I'm actually driving. Also have to check why the car makes a serious noise when you tie the steering completely. I couldn't be able to show you that right now. This car is clean, fully wind up. So however it is, I'm gonna keep you guys posted. Hello guys, this is Dr. Fix here. We have a Toyota Camry 2015 model, and the customer complaint on this car is that the car takes a little bit of fuel, but I don't think that's a little bit of fuel. So today we're going to be diagnosing it and know exactly what a problem could be. So if you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, and if you've done that, sit back, let me take you on the road to greatness. So what we got here. Now this engine is looking very pristine, looking intact, though it has a lot of dirty right there. I told him sometimes about getting this engine cleaned up, and he said he has a phobia for washing engine. You can see the ECU right here. So if you're gonna be washing this engine, if yours is as dirty as this, you're gonna be very mindful of this electronic control module right here. Then don't worry for this guy right here that is popping out. She's just fine, she's just having some fun. And let's get some look overview. There are some other issues also which I'm about to be fixing here, like this front fog light is broken out. Then also we have a brake pad to replace, a drive shaft to be replaced also. So we got pretty much some job to do here, and we are the one replacing it for the first time. So Toyota did try on this one. I'm going to be looking at the mileage and know how many miles that it goes before the drive shafts change, just for the record. All right. Okay, this is LE version, and in order for me to prove the first sign, which I always teach on my channel, which a lot of you guys, I don't know if you're following up, is when a customer complains that a car takes much of fuel. What did I say you should do? You should come to the back and look at the tailpipe here. And you can see my hands are there. I can dip this one right here and bring it out. And you can see that's huge right there. Gotta dip another one also. Let's dip this one here. You can see it right there. So it's a confirmed case that this is actually taking more fuel than required. So what I'm going to be doing right now is to look out in the engine bay. The first thing which I'm going to be doing, if suppose maybe any of the stoichiometric ratio component is out of place. Now I'm going to be starting first of all to look at the filter and see if the filters are clogged or dirty, but you can see it's so clean and shiny. So I'm sure they replaced it recently, so that one is good right there. Then check up for the connectors of the mass airflow sensor, and it's good. What about the evap solenoid? It's also, this socket is good, the circuitry is good. So the next thing which I'm gonna be looking at is the oxygen sensor. So you got a bank 1 oxygen sensor right here in the front, which is before the catalytic converter, and it's intact, it's plugged. So the bank 2 should be the one which is at the back of the engine here, which I can be able to show you right now, but I can show you from on. Okay, say hi to oxygen sensor bank 2 right there. She's just hanging off really like an eagle, soaring up there like he got no problem. You got it, you know the right idea. So now that you know that we have confirmed that this two oxygen sensors, the bank 1 and this bank 2 right here is in place. So what is the next thing we're going to be doing? Also going to be looking out for maybe a loose contact on the sparks ignition coils, and after that then we dive in straight up to diagnose it on our computer to see what code we're going to be getting. Right here we're going to pop it up, pull it. It just has some 2 notches that hold it in place. You can see right here there is no any wire, there's no loose connection right there. Even the camshaft sensor is in place. So with that checked, let's go ahead and go inside the car, go underneath the hood and look out and see the code we're gonna be getting. Okay, here we go. We are right here inside the car cabin. So what I'm gonna be doing right here, this is the key. I'm gonna be getting my OBD connected, which is somewhere right there connected already. And I'm gonna be turning the ignition on. It's somewhere right here. Okay, yeah, everything is fine. Everything is all right. Okay. Now she's awake, but still sleeping with one eye open. Okay, with that said, I'm gonna be going to my diagnostics scanner and see what I'm looking at. Okay, here I think if I start this car right now, when I was driving driving it before changing the shaft today, before he brought out the second complaint, there was a check engine light on, and there's a washer right there, as much as this tire that is flashing right there. So I'm gonna be heading to my diagnostics, my scanner right here, and go straight to local, go to Asia model, come on, okay, and head up for Toyota. Where is Toyota at? Where is Toyota? Okay, that's Toyota right there. Okay, so I'm gonna press OK or search for Bluetooth. It's gonna search for my OBD connector. It's loading up, so let's look at it. Okay, we have this one right here. Then let's see what we're gonna find. It's communicating 16 pin. Now there are some other information which is gonna be asking, the computer is gonna be asking you, so you gonna find it. Okay, I'm gonna say search automatically. Oh, now how do I gotta know it's not ES? This is Camry for sure, but we don't know if it is China or for whichever, but I'm sure this is a 215. And how do I know that? Let me take you right there. Okay, over here on the driver door pillar, you can see it right there. You can find this is 2015 on 3rd January, February, March, and March 2015. That's when this car is produced. And what are we looking at here? For which country? Is in Northern Kentucky Incorporation. So this is Kentucky Fried Chicken. I know a lot of you guys know about Southern and Kentucky. So we get to it. It's a lot of information right there. So let's get back to it. Even the chassis number, you can see it. Okay, back here on the scanner, so we can look for Kentucky. We got Taiwan, we got Australia, we got China. Where is we got India, Kiloska. Okay, and we got Camry, America, Kentucky model right there. So I'm gonna click on it. So this is 215 model, so I'm gonna be going for 214 and above. And this is minus, so I'm gonna be going for plus. Okay, W/smart key means with smart key. Then W/0 smart key means without smart key. So this is without smart key. Smart key is a push button, so this is without smart key. And it's gonna ask me a question. This is the engine number 2ARFE gasoline, yeah, 2015, 4 cylinders, Camry, yada yada yada, VIN number, correct. So wait for it to communicate and we'll see what we got. Come on, come on. Okay, I can go through health system check, but that's gonna be a long process. So let me just go through the all system and just go to engine electronics. Yeah, yeah. It's communicating, it's communicating. Okay, so read code. Let's see what you got. Okay, read for code. So we got the first one, P0136, which is oxygen sensor bank 1, sensor 2, stay confirmed. The first is current, the second one is current, it's still the same bank 1, so that's a multiple code for the same problem. That's to say that the first one is, now this is how the computer describes it, say slow response, which is rich, all right, rich to lean bank 1. So that's current. Then you also go as much as troubleshoot, putting out P013604, that's P1604 stability malfunction. If you want to know how I'm going to be solving that stability malfunction, subscribe to my channel, and my next video is going to be about it. Then it's still about that same O2 sensor. So I'm going to clear this code. Most time this problem can just be a random code, but where you repeated this very well, where you repeated this oxygen sensor multiple times, that is where the problem with that thing is. And now let me show you where I think I've showed you guys, but if you didn't follow up from the first video, from the initial startup, I'm going to be going to the hood to show you where the bank 1 oxygen, that's a bank 1 sensor 2, right? Bank 1 sensor 2. So let's go right there. Okay, this is the bank 1 sensor 2. I don't know, normally I think I'm actually expecting something. If this is supposed to be bank 1 sensor 2, it's supposed to be after the catalytic converter, but there is no any sensor, there is no any oxygen sensor after the catalytic converter. So the only sensor after the catalytic converter is actually the bank 2. So this one here should be what we are looking out for. This should be our problem right now. So, but if you are stuck in this kind of a situation that you can't be able to figure out exactly which one is which, the best way to do that is you're gonna start the car and you pull it and you watch the computer and see what the computer says. If the computer, if you make any notification right there, then you know that's it. So right, for most of you who are there, you're gonna be needing to replace this oxygen sensor. That's what I'm supposed to do. But right here, we don't have a market down here, so I'm gonna be ordering it from eBay or Amazon when I get back to the client and told him I found exactly what the problem is and the diagnostic cost this, yada yada yada. Okay guys, now that you know how to troubleshoot a car that runs rich, and you have confirmed it a second time that this is actually the problem with one of the stoichiometric ratio component, and this on a Toyota Camry 2015 model. What more can I say? When it's just some sort of a random code that just came up, the best way to solve this kind of problem is just for you to wipe it to get it solved. That is artificial fix. So you get it wiped, and when you get it wiped, everything, if you start the car and this trouble code doesn't show in again on the electronic control module, then it means you've solved the problem. Okay, now give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I gotta catch you guys later. This is Dr. Cool Auto Fix. Have a good one. Stay dirty and stay optimistic, stay positive. I don't mean coronavirus. Bye for now.